In this video, we're going to look at defining, drawing, reading, and writing different types of angles and triangles. Let's start first with just identifying or defining a basic angle. Now, an angle is formed by two rays or segments that share an endpoint. Now, that shared endpoint has a special name called a vertex. Now, if we were to write an angle or to draw an angle, doesn't matter which way we go, we have one ray and we have a second ray. Now, this common endpoint right there is called a vertex. Now, let's go ahead and put some more points on here, and we'll call this A, B, C. Right? So this is an angle. We're not worried about what type of angle it is, but this is an angle because it's formed by two rays. Now, if you take that little ray arrow off, it's formed by two line segments. Now, how we read this is angle A, B, C, or angle B, C, B, A. So we read it as angle A, B, C, or we can read it as angle C, B, A. Now you notice the two endpoints on either side are interchangeable, but that vertex always has to stay in the middle. Now, how would we write angle ABC or angle CBA? Well, the symbol is just a little angle like that, and then you list your points, A, B, C, or angle B, C, B, A. Alright, let's take a look at three different types of angles. Let's start with a right angle. Alright, now a right angle forms a square corner, and you show that by putting a little box in the corner. So if we were to, let's say, to draw this, and we'll do line segments this time, this would be a right angle. And how do we know? Well, we put that little box, and that is a guarantee to anybody who looks at this that this is a right angle. Now, that little box says that it is at 90 degrees exactly. So we can list these A, B, C as well. Let's take a look at acute angles. Now, acute angles are less than a right angle, so that means less than 90 degrees. Well, so if we were to do an acute angle, we have our baseline here. Let's do our one ray, and this would be 90 degrees. That's a right angle. It has to be less than that. So anywhere in this would work. So we can draw it right there. And let's label it again, A, B, C. So that would be an acute angle. The third type of angle we have is an obtuse angle. Now, obtuse angle is more than 90 degrees, more than 90 degrees with the symbol. So we draw a baseline again, and we'll do line segments this time, just switch it up. And we think this is 90. So that's a right angle, and it has to be more than that. Well, I kind of need some more room here, don't I? So we'll do this. There's your 90. It has to be more than 90. So we can draw our line out this way. And this would be an obtuse angle. Now, identifying the types of angles will help you identify a type of triangle. So there's three types of triangles we're going to look at here. We have an acute triangle, and this is a triangle with three acute angles. All right, if we remember acute, it's less than 90. So this is more or less what you're used to. So we have an acute angle here, we have an acute angle here, and we have an acute angle here. So this would be an acute triangle, and we'll label it again. We'll just use A, B, and C. You can use any letters you like. Now, how would we read this? Well, we would read this as triangle A, B, C, maybe as triangle B, C, A, as triangle C, A, B. And you notice it really doesn't matter how we list these 3 points because we're going all the way around. Now, how would we write it? I'm just going to write it one way. We draw a little triangle symbol, and then we list the 3 points. Okay. Another triangle we're going to look at is an obtuse triangle. Well, an obtuse triangle is a triangle with one obtuse angle. Well, if we look back to obtuse, more than a right angle or more than 90 degrees. So let's start there. So let's go, here's my obtuse angle. Now, to make this into a triangle, I need my third side, so I'm just going to draw a line segment connecting those two endpoints. Alright, we can label it again A, B, C. And once again, I'm only going to write it one way this time, but you would write it, or you would read it, identifying all 3 points. Doesn't matter which order you go. Okay, you can go around it this way, or you can go around it that way. So I'm just going to call it triangle A, B, C. And how would you write it? Same thing. Triangle A, B, C. Now if you wanted to get crazy about it, you could say acute triangle ABC or obtuse triangle ABC as well. And then finally we have a right triangle. Well, a right triangle is a triangle with one right angle. We go back up to right angle, remember, it's got that little box in there. So let's see, let's draw that. So let's draw our baseline and draw our right angle. Now to make this a triangle, we need a third side. So we're going to connect these two endpoints. And to show it's a right angle, I'm going to put a box in the corner. And once again, we'll label it A, B, C. And so if we wanted to name this, now I'll go ahead and go one step further. I might say right triangle A, B, C. And if we were to write it, we use the same symbol. Alright, so you notice no matter if it was acute, no matter if it was obtuse, or no matter if it was right, we use the same symbol when writing it. Okay? Hopefully this lesson has kind of helped you learn the difference between the different types of angles and the different types of triangles and how to name, read, write, and draw them.